The higher love is an expression of love that is completely unconditional. It's an expression of love that doesn't matter if you deserve it, if you need it, if you earned it, if you actualized it. Higher love means I love you regardless of what I get in return. The higher love means, especially if I'm abused in return, I love you back. Because if I can't love you in face of the abuse, then it means that love was conditional. And the higher love means I am beyond conditions. It is altruistic. It's unconditional love, which is the core frequency of intimacy, the intimate frequency of source energy. And so, all the angelic realms that do not climb to that degree of intimacy and source, to take possession of the frequency of unconditional, the higher love, they resonate justice, fairness. And humanity is comprised of souls, angels that are from all different dimensions and aspects and tiers of the world beyond, the many worlds. And our world is a meeting place for a interconnectivity of many resonances of souls from many parts of all of existence. And they resonate differently, each with a different sacred song of truth. Some complementary and some seemingly not complementary unless you get a complementary key in the middle. Those who have not actualized in a free will construct, and when I refer to this dimension, the material realm, I refer to it as a free will construct. It is a space that is created whereby the light is so restricted that you have enough freedom to choose whether you want to attract to that light or whether you want to attract to negative resonances of control and oppression. It's a free will construct whereby individuals that resonate with baser energies are allowed to prosper and profit, while individuals that resonate with higher resonances are able to suffer in this realm. And their suffering is beautiful, because in suffering and loving anyway, they broadcast the most intimate resonance of all source, the higher love. And that frequency, the higher love, when it is broadcast, brings forth the light of eternity to color our world anew, to allow many who are of similar resonances but not exactly there to begin to hear the music, to begin to hear the music of the higher light. And one by one, it snowballs. And our world begins to realign, and individuals begin to become aware that they can master all their lessons, all the lessons they've come to master in this realm through intimacy, rather than the evolutionary construct, which involves fight and flight and learning from struggle. And so we don't need thousands and thousands of years to evolve into a higher majesty of crown consciousness. We don't need to evolve there. We could take the short path. We could take the path of intimacy, of oneness, of recognizing the unity in all things. And in doing so, we imbue this world with the light of eternity. It is a fuel that is eternal in nature and sustaining. And it's not renewable energy, it's energy that doesn't run out. It only runs out to the degree that we block it off with our perceptions of polarity and shame, feelings of justice fairness, and that stem from individuals resonating that some are worthy and some are not. But source at its highest resonance is in broadcasting the higher love, which is unconditional, and all are worthy. And so there is no justice, there is no judgment, there's no space for it. And if you want to create heaven on earth, then we have to lose the shame and lose the judgment, and recognize that every song is sacred. They're all different steps on the ladder of actualization. Each is resonating a solution for the frequencies that are vibrating at similar key. And we step on that ladder, and then they'll recognize the next resonances as another step on the ladder. What I propose here is that we recognize that if we want to skip Jacob's ladder and take Jacob's escalator, realize that the whole point of justice, the whole point of doing things so you feel worthy, is all to actualize to the degree where you realize that you were worthy all along. That in the highest frequency of all source, all are worthy. For it does not matter from the eye of eternity if the individual actualizes in the fullness of their grace in this lifetime or in the next lifetime, but from the eye of eternity, they are aligned in their ascent of growth. There is a space where they are actualized and they're shining in their highest grace. And so all are worthy. There are no extra pieces. There are no spare parts in creation. All are parts of God. They're all brothers and sisters of oneness. Some are closer within a linear frame of mind to their actualization, but from the eye of eternity, when you're talking about an infinite quotient, it's like a blink of an eye. And it's petty and inconsequential. And to the degree that we recognize people as their higher selves actualized from eternity is to the degree that we can draw the resonances of their actualized nature broadcasting into our now. So not only we can recognize it, but the individual who's imprisoned within exiled consciousness can begin to hear the majesty of the music, of their higher grace, of their shining, beautiful, splendorous light. Shining in eternity, they can hear it in our present now. And as individuals begin to listen to the beauty of their own music, then they will recognize the beauty of the music of each and every soul. And in doing that, they can possess the oneness of all things and march forward in their actualization and learn all their lessons in intimacy, so that our world doesn't have to learn these lessons from the void and from chaos and what they're compensating for and discover the truth because of the imbalance, but that our world can stay in balance and grow and ascend in intimacy and take the short path, the path of the higher light, of a higher love, of a intimate reunion, of actualized intimacy, for which this entire free will construct was built, so that all these energies can pull together and co-create in this free will construct to transcend their perceptions of not being worthy and actualize the fact that all are worthy, and therefore I can be a conduit of that higher love.